Welcome to Your Time to Thrive with personal fitness coach Jason Stevenson.
Hi, friends. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Your Time to Thrive podcast. I'm your host, Jason. My business is Thrive Training. Our mantra is thrive or you survive. You get to choose. So today we're talking with my amazing friend and business partner and compatriot and philosopher and wonderful person, Mr. Benjamin Barber, our co-host. We're talking about all things related.
Hold on. We're business partners now?
Oh, well, I consider us business partners. Do we not do business together?
Do I get a cut off of all of the merch on this show? Because I've never seen a dime from it, Jason. I've never seen a dime from all of the merch that flies off the shelf with the Your Time to Thrive t-shirts and hats.
Yes. Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, either have I. We really need to talk to the marketing and advertising department.
They're slacking.
They
They're
really
slacking
are.
because we should be making tons of money off of the merch. The merch alone,
The merch alone.
The merch alone.
Exactly. We should designate somebody to be in charge of the marketing to do merch.
That would be a good yes. What kind of merch should we get? Obviously, just generic Your Time to Thrive t-shirts with your face on them.
For sure. Because that's what I'm going to wear around town.
Absolutely. Who wouldn't? Who put in the comments if you're listening, whenever you're listening to this, whenever you're watching this, please put in the comments if you would wear a shirt that was just a large screen printed shirt of Jason's head. If you would,
Crickets.
if you would, please raise your hand. Please say yes in the comments. I don't care. It's currently May 26th, 2021 when we are recording this. But if you would do this at, I don't know, June, 2027, you're listening to this because Jason is blown up and is the biggest name in fitness and health and wellness, then, let us know if you want some Jason,
Right.
like fathead style t-shirts.
Then it would be collector's items at that point.
Yeah.
Right?
Megan's down. Megan says
Oh,
100%. 100% she would wear that shirt. Megan,
See, this is why we should not communicate via text, because it's hard to pick up sarcasm on text.
I don't think that's sarcasm. Megan, DM me your size and I will have one made and sent to you. I will have first one's free. Give them a little taste of the merch.
Right?
First one's
Taste
free.
of the merch.
What
Taste
are
of the
we
merch.
doing? Why have I lost my mind at the beginning of this show?
It's okay. It's a short trip for most of us to go there. Don't worry. Come on. After this last year, thank you, Meg, for the no sarcasm. I find that hard to believe, but be careful what you ask for, because this may actually happen. I know a guy who can create that kind of stuff.
Listen,
But you're right, though. We are remiss. We should have some merch. Let's come up with some stuff.
absolutely.
Like-
Yeah.
Fat shirts. Those are easy.
I mean, if Chumbawamba can do it, so can we. Speaking of, what's our topic today?
Today's topic is fall down, get up. More so get up, because we don't always fall completely down, but get up, right?
Do you get the reference that I made as the segue?
What, the Chumbawamba?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
of course.
What is
Well,
it?
you're making musical references to the lyrics.
What lyrics? Let's see how hip you were in 2002.
Yeah, I can't sing it. You're gonna kill me here for not being able to sing the full
Just
chorus.
say the lyrics. Say the lyrics.
I don't remember it. I just remember it being a Chumbawamba song.
I get knocked down and I get up
I'm gonna
again.
Get up again. Yep. See, I knew you were gonna blow me out with that.
Tub
I should know
thumping.
that. I should know that. Yeah, tub thumping.
Tub thumping.
I know the song. Well,
When I hosted trivia, I would always play, whenever the answer was William Howard Taft, I would always play Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba because, as a hint, because William Howard Taft is the only president in American history to get stuck in a bathtub.
is that true?
Oh, it's 100% true.
Like legit got stuck in a bathtub, and that's tub thumping.
No, that I don't know what tub thumping is. I think that's just a made up thing that
good
Chumbawamba did. But but it's a funny clip. What are we? All right, you fall down, you get back up. You can restart as many times as possible. Welcome to Your Time to Thrive. My name is Jason
Right?
Stevenson.
And we are talking about all things related to health and fitness. And the topic today is to get up.
Okay.
So let's go like specific, right? Because relative to all kinds of things, we know we can bring topics into this, but this is coming as a dedication actually to a very good friend of ours and a good client of mine who's been my friend and compatriot for a long time. Good sounding board for me. Somebody that is battling right now without going into too many specifics. But the deal is that life happens all the time, right? It is not what happens to you. It's what you do after that. Right. So I use it with my cardio pieces with when I'm training somebody and we talk about cardio conditioning and we do something that's challenging. You know, Ben, you do the ball slams that you love in the gym, or we do the sled pushes, and that sucks, right? That gets the heart rate up. It feels like your heart's coming through your throat. Your heart's pumping. It's hard to breathe. You get full of perspiration. Whatever your exertion level is, whatever your push is, that sucks. The question is not, is that ever going to not suck? Because that's usually the question. People ask me, when is this going to get better? Or I can't wait till I'm in shape and I can do this. Or I can do this and it won't suck. Here's the truth, people. It's not going to happen. That point will never come. And truthfully, if it does, then you're not pushing yourself at your new fitness level. But the question really is, how do you recover from that cardiovascular push? Because that's truly the definition of cardiovascular conditioning, your body's ability to recover from exertion. You know, what's our VO2 max? What's our capacity to work at a higher level? Our body's ability to process the oxygen and replenish your fuel cells. The idea is, can you recover from it? Can you get up? Like, can you do something that is challenging and then keep going? How quickly you can recover is your cardiovascular conditioning. So I wanted to talk about it today because it relates to fitness directly in that sense, but it also relates to life because we all get knocked down, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a physicality, whether it's somebody in your family, whether it's a pet that passes. Shit happens. It's going to happen. We're going to get older. Stuff's going to start falling apart and falling off and getting grayer, and you can't change that. I can just shave my head, right? So for me, it's always get up.
Yeah.
Just get up. Keep going. That's why we talked about the snooze button. I don't set the snooze. I set my alarm because then there's no question in my mind. I have to get up at this moment. I don't set it with enough wiggle for me to just sleep in and relax and read the newspaper and scroll on my phone. I get up with enough time to get my ass going in the morning. Get up.
I think that's someone all right, which part should we talk about first?
Whatever.
Getting up in general or getting up when you fall down? Let's talk about getting up in general first for a second. I posted something about walking, whatever. That's what I've been doing. On TikTok recently, and a stranger commented and said, I want to do the same thing. I have such a hard time actually doing it in the morning, like, whatever. And my response to her was something very similar to what you've said for years, which was, I just said, put your shoes on. Like, when you as soon as you get up in the morning, put your shoes on. And once they're on, like, you're going to feel weird not going outside if you don't usually wear your shoe. Like, just put your sneakers, put socks in your sneakers and put them directly next to wherever you have to walk immediately when you get up, and then put them on and you'll get up. But like, that massive taking action when you don't want to gets the ball rolling.
Huge.
A lot.
But what if I don't want to, Ben? I don't want to work out. I don't want to get up early.
If you don't want to work out, then don't work out. If you don't want to. If you really don't want to, then don't. If you want to, if you actually want to do it, then create ways that make it easier for you to not have excuses.
Huge. It's true.
But if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. And if you haven't been doing it, then then it's because you don't want to do it. So like we do the things that we want to do at the end of the day. Like the tricks and stuff are great, but the point is you have to actually get up.
Yeah. Get up and move. Martin Luther King said one of my favorite quotes, you don't have to see the whole staircase. You only need to see the first step. And that's kind of what we're talking about here, right? Like you don't have to think like, I can't walk 2 miles. I can't walk a mile. I don't have time for this. I don't want to do this. You can definitely put your shoes on and walk a lap around the outside of your house.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely walk into and around every single room in your house. You can definitely walk down the driveway and back up again. You can definitely walk to the next stop sign. Each barometer is a step. One day you're just going to put the shoes on, then spend the day in the shoes.
Right. I also find it starts with the night before routine too. Every early morning session with Jason on Fridays, I put my clothes ready so I can roll out, put them on, have my protein bar on the table next to my water so I don't have to think about it.
Meg, yeah. Phenomenal. And
which is exactly what I said, right? About putting the shoes next to wherever you need to be.
Put the clothes out. I used to tell people all the time, put your clothes in your car on the seat next to you for your gym. Like if you're one of those people that goes to work and then goes to the gym afterwards and you're thinking about it, you don't want to, you've had a long day, you just want to go home, take your shoes off, kick your feet up, whatever that is, you could do that, but earn it, right? Like put your workout gear on the seat next to you. So when you get in the car, you're going to look at it. Even if you ignore it the first couple of times, it's going to get harder and harder to ignore. When you throw it in the back seat, throw it in the trunk, forget it. You're going to forget about it sometimes, actually. I can personally attest to Megan's application of that evening routine to set herself up for success in the mornings, that it has changed her demeanor in the morning and has changed her timeliness in the morning. Because now, if she doesn't beat me to the gym sometimes, it's a surprise. She's usually there ready to go, or at least before I am already started her warm up, which is perfect. Get going and ready to go. You don't have to be alert. Isn't that amazing? And that's because she set herself up. Like there's less to do in the morning. Just lay that stuff out. And then you can get up with one eye open, put your clothes on, grab your shake or your bar or your water, or whatever you're grabbing to go, piece of fruit, and walk out the door.
I was so excited this morning. And when this happens, I get very, very excited because it doesn't happen often. I like to leave for my walks around 7.
Yeah.
My morning walks. I try to get out there around 7 a.m. And especially now that it's getting hotter. And this morning, I love the feeling when I walk upstairs. We live in like a raised ranch, so like I go up the stairs halfway and then there's more stairs. And when I get to that middle section and I can hear that no one is awake and like Braden isn't watching TV in the living room, I'm like, this is going to be a good day. Yeah. I got up before a 6-year-old who has no time boundaries and likes to wake people up at 5 a.m. This is good. This is good. This feels good. Most of the time, both eyes are closed. Thank you, Megan.
True story. No, that early morning thing, we've talked about the early bird gets the worm kind of thing, but there is a magical time at the beginning of the day when the sun has just risen and like birds are waking up and stuff is blooming and the world has not yet woken. The cars aren't all over the place. You don't hear the chaos. You can't feel people really. Like there's not like a lot of movement and energy and electricity, and whatever area you live in, you'll be able to tell when there's people up. It's magical. And it's peaceful.
Yep.
I'm so proud of you, by the way, man. I'm so proud of you.
For what?
You have been killing it with those walks. Killing it, man. And through some adversity, some injuries, some discomforts.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I think that I took 2 days off, Saturday and Sunday for the most part off.
Okay.
Sunday night I did a walk, but I had done over 21 days straight since the ankle. And that was really nice. It was really wonderful. Oh, good. Thank you. Jay just let me know in the side chat that he cannot hear my fan. I was very worried that the fan in the background over there was loud, but thank you, SMB7 or whatever it is. SM7B. I love you. Mwah. I'm in such a goofy mood today.
For those that are listening on audio and not video, Ben is kissing his microphone.
It's a beautiful microphone.
It's a give and take relationship.
It's a beautiful microphone that is like half a month's rent. But
gives what you right. So, yeah, but it's only one half a month's. Like it's not like you have to keep paying that half a month's rent every time.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
One and done. Yeah, know, you really have, man. That's commendable. So huge step, right? Instilling a habit.
Yep.
Like huge step, staying consistent. Because frankly, folks, whatever your fitness goals are and whatever your plan is, you can do any workout plan and any nutritional plan. Your consistency matters more than anything else. Truly. Like literally anything. Just keep doing it. But how do you feel? You're like almost a month out now. A couple weeks in. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm way more than that for walking every day. The 3 weeks has been these like long walks. It's probably been about a month and a half or so, 2 months since I started walking, because I started in the backyard just walking in circles.
Yeah.
And now I do like a full loop around like a big cul-de-sac near my road. I can't wait for you to come over.
I know, man. We gotta do this. Come on, I'm vaxxed. Do this.
What's up?
I'm fully vaxxed. I got Saturday.
Oh man.
We got 2 weeks still. Got to get through the hurdle here.
All right. I'm counting the days, my friend.
On the schedule, buddy.
Yeah, so it's been wonderful, and there are days. It's funny, like I feel great. There are days when it's harder than others for whatever reason, and but the physically feeling well is wonderful. Emotionally feeling well is even better. So
what's the difference for you between the physical and the emotional? Because that emotional side is a piece that we touch on all the time in here, but it is highly underrated in the successes and the journey part of most fitness journeys, most people's fitness journey. Because let's be honest, most people are focusing on weight, right? Whether it's gaining muscle or losing fat. They're focused on distance, endurance, or, I'm getting to the gym 3 days a week, consistency. But for me, the one big goal, the one big barometer that people forget to mention or don't pay attention to or don't know really exists is the emotional / psychological side of the consistency and the habit and the taking care of yourself and the feeling healthier and stronger, like whatever that is. So what's the difference for you?
So for me, emotionally, I actually posted something about this morning. There was a prompt in my journal today to if you could will yourself to do anything for 30 minutes every morning, what would that look like and why?
Yeah,
And I was doing an interview with somebody yesterday and they said basically the same thing. Like, what would you love your mornings to look like? And it was kind of a hypothetical general question for everybody about like choosing their happiness. And I was like, I'm doing it. Like these were the things years ago, I'm 33 now. And I remember right before my 30th birthday becoming obsessed with morning routines and going, what would my perfect morning look like? And what are the things that I could do to help myself? And I made a list, and I, over the course of the last 3 years, have stuck to them for a few days here and a few days there. And, but it was always meditating, journaling, brushing my teeth and going out and doing some exercise, and then coming back and taking a shower and sitting down at the computer and getting to work. And sometimes doing something to stimulate my brain, like learning Italian or something. And to have now consistently done that and followed that morning routine nearly every morning for 6 weeks or so, has been phenomenal. And it's like I said, like the sense of accomplishment starts when you put your shoes on in the morning to go do it. And it gets a little bit more when you for me, the second that I do that, even before that, the second that I grab my phone and turn on a meditation first thing in the morning, I've won that battle. And so the emotional stuff is like having this checklist in my head of things that I'm doing for myself and setting all of those stuff up for success. And by the time I get back to my house to start my day, 6 days a week, that looks like sitting down at a computer and getting to work right away. 1 day a week, it looks like going upstairs and playing Animal Crossing with Braden at 8 a.m. And I'm ready for the day and I'm excited for whatever comes next because I know that I've already accomplished something that makes me proud of myself.
I love that, because that's for you. You were, like you said, you just lined all that stuff up. Like there's pieces that you have actually found as success points and being successful with your habit. I love that, man.
Thank you.
So awesome. And you got pieces that are like, they're not just, not just fitness, like meditation, like getting up early enough to start your day like that. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Freaking awesome, man.
I mean, I want the fitness piece is like probably the most important to me because it affects everything else so much. But the mental health was the reason why it pushed me to start doing it every morning and really get it. I think that I was having a bunch of really bad anxiety attacks in March, and I believe that during the course of that, I listened to a podcast episode, oddly enough, with Brené Brown, Dax Shepard, and Tim Ferriss. They were all on the same episode of a Tim Ferriss show, I believe. And Dax Shepard said at one point about addiction, which is not terribly different from anything else, right? Like in regards to this, bad habits that feel like they have control of you. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of things that we all struggle with in those same ways. It just, what is your poison? And he said that someone, I think it was his sponsor, told him, like, you don't ever have to feel this way again. You have the power to never feel this way again. But you have to choose it. And I was like, yeah, all right, I don't want to ever feel like this again. So what are the things that I could do? Well, what are the things that decrease anxiety? Exercise, eating well, getting sleep, journaling, getting your thoughts out, talking to someone, um, meditating. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then, slowly I was like, well, I not only can I do that, but I can make that the first hour of my day. And then it's like putting on armor, you know? And on the days that I haven't done it or whatever, or I've moved it back a little bit, or I haven't journaled or just went for the walk, anxiety creeps in a little bit more. And the my own addictive natures creep in a little bit more. There was one of my uncles is moving or something. I don't even know, but he's cleaning out his basement and he's getting rid of some of the stuff that's my aunt's that's in a nursing home. And he was like, do you want these? I'm going to throw them away if not. So I was like, yeah, I'll take them for now and I'll put them with my parents' stuff and go through all of it later. And he dropped it off at the wrong house. And then I had to drive around and try to find it. And it completely threw off my morning. This was like a week and a half ago. And it was 8:00 in the morning, 9:00 in the morning by then, something like that. But I usually go for a walk at 7. My whole morning was thrown off. And my thought was, when I was in the car, when I finally found the thing and all of this, I immediately thought, I'm kind of hungry. It's morning. I could go get like a McDonald's breakfast sandwich right now. And I started to drive there, which is not something that I have done in over a year and a half.
Yeah, right.
Well over a year and a half, actually, because I was vegan for a year before that. So 2 years, something like that. But it was muscle memory, and it was living unconsciously / food addiction for 30 years of my life and all of this stuff. And I got to, thank God I took a right out of my driveway, because, or left out of my driveway, because when I got to the stop sign, it was the stop sign that I cross every morning and night now when I go for my walk. And I looked around and everything was different because I knew where I was and I had been there, and walking and being in nature, everything was so conscious to me.
Yeah.
When I'm walking and out compared to when I'm driving and everything's a blur. And I stopped at the stop sign and I looked around and I thought about what I was doing for a second. And I turned around and came home.
Huge. Honestly, that's unintentionally, folks, because we do this all the time. The perfect segue here, because the truth is that moment of awareness, that moment of assessment, we talk about all the time as far as cardio conditioning or your strength training. Like, how heavy is that? Is that heavy enough? Is that too heavy? How many more reps can we do? How's my heart rate? Can I breathe? The step for me is always collect yourself. So let's take the analogy here. If you fall down, you're not supposed to immediately jump back up. Like, if you take a tumble, you go down the steps, or say you trip and really fall hard, you're not supposed to immediately jump up. You might have hurt yourself. You might have damaged something. You might have beaten something up. You might have broken something. God forbid something really bad happens. You're supposed to be aware of that and then move carefully, because if you jump up quickly, say you sprained your ankle badly and you jump up quickly, now you just broke it, or
Right.
Now you sprained it further. You're supposed to take a quick check, like a rundown, like, all right, so my skull's intact, my face is intact, my shoulders are intact, like do a rundown through your body. This unconscious living that we all go through. I mean, we can all remember a moment where we've landed somewhere in a car, parked somewhere, and went, I don't remember driving here, because your head was someplace else. You're thinking about something else, and you just robotically drove wherever you were going because you've done that 100 times. And we tend to roll with the punches sometimes without really collecting ourselves and recognizing what's going on. It is okay to lay on the ground and cry and scream and yell, or just to lay there for a couple of minutes and collect yourself. Take a deep breath. Check your body, check your awareness, check your breathing, and then get up carefully and move forward. I feel like that piece of like awareness, or that, like you just did, that stop sign, like that check, that like, what's going on? Where am I? What am I doing here? Am I here on purpose? Am I doing this consciously? Is this helping my future goals? Is this helping my future self? Is this a choice, a decision, a movement that I'm going to be really grateful for, or glad that I did? What is that moment for you? And use that moment to then move forward. If you're moving in the right direction, then continue. But you made a choice at that stop sign. Yep, going to turn around, or I'm going to take a left. I'm not going to take a right, or I'm going to go get a smoothie, and that's going to be better for me. That even if it's just a breath, they say practice the pause, which is one of my favorite things in that sense, because whatever you're doing, whether it's in an argument, it's in a high stress moment, it's in a situation where you've fallen, it's in a moment where you realize in your unconscious movements that you have put yourself in the same place that you really don't want to be. You're feeding your addictions for whatever they are, and you need to move forward. Practice the pause. Just pause. Is this a decision that I'm going to be happy with? Is this a decision that I'm going to just chalk up and say, you know what, this is my one breakfast this week. I'm going to get it because I need it and I want it. And the rest of the week, I'm going to be really good and I'm going to make conscious choices. Am I going to go get that ice cream sundae because I haven't had ice cream in a little while and I want Dairy Queen because it's summertime? Go get Dairy Queen. But make the choice consciously. Live consciously. That's why the mantra for Thrive training has always been thrive, not survive. Because if you're just making it through your life, if you're just doing the things that you have always done and it's gotten you where you're kind of dissatisfied and not really happy with your life, then you're just surviving. And I do not want to get to the end of the road and look back and think, yeah, I made it through. I did it. It's okay. I did that through high school. I am not proud of my high school performance. I didn't do anything bad. I played sports. I had friends. I was in the art program, took some classes. I had a good GPA, nothing terrible, but I certainly didn't try that hard. I survived high school. I was not super popular, but I made friends. There's like pieces to it that were like, okay, but I wouldn't go back. And if I did, I would definitely do things different. If my future self knew what I could have gotten out of that, what I could have done differently, could have found for my future, then I would definitely do things differently. And that's what I try to think about now. You're not going to be perfect. It's not all going to work out the way you want it to. But if you fail, you have failed trying. That is okay.
Yeah.
What do they say?
Failing try. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, they say Edison did the light bulb, 1,000 times or something? Insane like that. Failing means you've been trying. That's not a failure. That just means you're that much closer to success. If you're sitting on the couch saying, I can't do it, that's failing. Get up. Try again. We've talked about that with the fitness. That's how I get through some of my strength training. Just like heavy squats or, doing something like with the deadlift. It's like, just get it. Do one more. Just one more right now. Deep breath, lock your core, one more. And then you can keep moving.
I would always, when I was training at the Thrive studio with Glenn years ago, I started doing, he would say occasionally at the end of sets, you can do anything for 10 seconds. And I would turn that into a very, very, very slow mantra of like, if I'm doing curls, I'm like, you can do just internally, like that's all I would think. And now I still do stuff like that. When I would occasionally, I was a bad kid in school as well, like a terrible student. I had to go to summer school at least one time. I had to go to summer school one time, and my mom didn't drive and my dad worked all the time. So I had no way to get to summer school. And the school was 5 miles from my house. So I had to walk. I could get a ride there sometimes in the morning, but I'd have to walk home. And on the walk home, that like felt like forever, right? Because I was not better at walking then than I am now. and I would like just stare at like a telephone pole and be like, I just need to get to there. I
Yeah.
just need to get to there, and then I'm okay. And I still do that. When I start to have an anxiety attack, sometimes when I go for my walk, if it's really hot or something, or I look at my heart rate like an idiot uh, while I'm on my walk, I will, get back in my body and then look at the ground and go, just get to that mailbox.
Yeah.
That's all you did. You just need to get to that mailbox. Like, just break it down.
Yeah. You don't have
Just
to.
put your shoes out.
Yeah, for sure. Like one step, folks. You don't have to get up 100 times today. You have to get up once, right? You
Yep.
don't have to take 1,000 breaths today. You have to take one breath at a time. Be deliberate about it. This pertains to the food application as well. I've heard people say to me, oh, I had a shitty weekend. I shouldn't have eaten what I did last night. I'm just going to start next week. I'll do better next week. And I'm like, what? No. Already done. Already passed. Get up. Start over again. Start today, right now. You're going to make a better choice right now. What are you doing for dinner? What are you doing for dinner? I always ask my people, what'd you have for dinner last night? Because then we get that launching pad. Now we're going to talk about food for a couple minutes. What are you doing for dinner tonight? What are you doing this week? How'd you do last week? Did you do what you wanted to?
Last night we had barbecue chicken quesadillas that Allie made from some leftover slow cooked barbecue chicken. And we didn't have tortilla shells like she thought, so she used these whole wheat wraps that we have.
Yeah.
And they were delicious.
Nummy.
Yeah.
Really good.
Black beans and onions and stuff.
Oh my God, yeah. Quick shout out to a local business. Have you tried Bomb Burritos yet?
I have not. I know the owners and
Do you?
would love to go check that out. I have not. In fairness to me, and this is not fairness at all, I have not tried many things in the last year because I have not gone to many places. I am very excited about their success. Everybody is talking about Bomb Burrito. They have lines out the door constantly. So, kudos to them, and I can't wait to try it, but I have not yet. I have tried Mr. Pizza.
Ooh, what'd you think?
Because Dave's sister got it and dropped it off to us. It was delicious. It was some of the best pizza in town, which is really hard to say. Because we have like Petrano's and Pizza Place, and
we have 30 for those that don't live in the area, or if you do, just to give you a heads up, we have almost 30 plus pizza places in this area. Like within the local vicinity, you can drive to in about 15, 20 minutes. We have almost 30 different pizza places, from like amazing handmade sourdough like Mr. Pizza to like New York style pizza and some deeper crust pizzas and some really amazing greasy soupy pizzas. Like there's just crazy options.
There's not a bad pizza in the bunch.
No, not really. There's some that are on the bottom of the line, but there's definitely
there's things that I don't prefer as much.
Right.
But they're,
Well, so good story on that. The Mr. Pizza guy, he and just pertaining to the Mr. Get Up thing or Get Up thing.
Mr. Get Up
he
thing.
worked,
I like that.
He worked on
although Mr. Get Up seems like a completely different angle.
Totally different angle. He worked on that dough for a couple of years. He helped a family member open up another pizza place, and they worked on that sourdough pizza dough. That's one of the reasons that pizza is so good, because it's a handmade like sourdough that they're making from scratch there. We should talk to Bomb Burritos, though. Get them to sponsor the podcast. They're, folks, if you're not that close, then I'm sorry. Come down and try it out. They're kind of like a Chipotle, but they're fresh. They're making everything there. It's awesome. It's a really beautiful place. They did a really nice job, and it's really good options. They've got a riced cauliflower and a vegan chorizo. So if you're straight up going to stick with vegan and vegetarian stuff, they have some great options. Really clean, really tasty, and great prices.
I can't wait to go. Also, shout out to Mr. Pizza. Try the garlic pizza.
Yes.
The garlic was my favorite,
Yeah.
and that was whew,
Yummy.
so good.
So good. Dude,
So good.
There's good food options out there. There
Now I
really
want
are.
pizza tonight, and I'm mad at you because I'm not doing it. And I know I'm not doing it, but I'm mad at you.
Look, the truth is, food is the hardest part of fitness, right? Food is the hardest part of our successes, and it will always exist. You can buy shit food anywhere. Every single checkout aisle, even in Staples now, has like a whole bunch of grab and go food stuff. Like you could go somewhere that does not normally have food, like Home
I've gotten
Depot.
snacks at Staples.
Home Depot has
I've gotten
snacks
snacks
in
at
their
Home Depot.
Yeah, you're standing there like Snickers bar. I should have one of those.
Yeah.
There is always going to be food. So stop being afraid of food. Don't fight food. You just need to have a better relationship with it. 80-20. Eat 80% of the time.
Do you want some
need
prunes?
for your body? I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I love prunes, but it bugs the crap out of my like eco-friendly like tree hugger side that they have to individually wrap those little bastards. Now I get it, because if you've ever bought prunes in a bag, they all stick together.
These ones are
Right?
chocolate.
Whoa.
Do you want these?
Chocolate dusted sun sweets?
Do
Yes.
you want these?
I'll eat those.
I will save these. What, you got your shot on Saturday?
Yeah.
I will save them for 2 weeks. They'll be good.
Why don't you like them?
I get this Earth Box
Yeah.
delivery,
Yeah.
and I did a whole thing on it yesterday where I was like, I don't love it. I love it. It's not worth it for me. I'm not gonna do it. But it is great. Also, the ginger chews that they send every week they sent mango this time. I'm allergic to mango. Thanks for trying to kill me.
There's not a food allergy on that order form.
They also
I bet
sent
you they can help
this,
you, which is mango. Those
Thanks
are
for-
yummy.
Thanks for trying to kill me again, you jerks.
You know, if you contact customer service and talk to them about your allergies, I'll bet you they can help you with that.
I contacted customer service. I shouldn't bash a corporation. I'm gonna. I love it. I've got so many great things. I mean, there's this. Hey, this actually shows up as green on here. This showed up as tan on the other computer. This is a kombucha water, which is fantastic.
If you're not drinking kombucha, folks, drink it. Try it. There's all kinds of options out there.
There's
You can
all
even
sorts of
make it.
berries. Pickle juice?
So, have you tried it?
No.
It's good for you.
Should I try pickle juice? Just like
Yeah, just taste it. Do you like pickles?
I can smell the pickles. I can smell the pickle juice
Through the jar.
through the jar.
Do you like pickles?
I do.
And then what makes you think you wouldn't like pickles?
I put pickles on a peanut butter sandwich the other day and grossed Braden out.
I'll bet that would be good.
It's delicious.
Did you make him try it?
It looks disgusting, and I understand it. But when I was we did not have a lot of money growing up at all, and I would get creative with my snacks sometimes.
Yeah.
So I put pickles on a peanut butter sandwich all the time. I'm also not a huge fan of jelly. I don't really love peanut butter and jelly. Yeah. Anyway.
So I've never tried it. Now I'm going to have to. But you got to try the pickle juice. It's good for you.
5 calories, ton of sodium.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Remember, sodium isn't bad for you. It's a micronutrient. They used to pay laborers in salt. Salt's good for you. Just the right amount and the right kinds. The bleached type of salt that we've been fed and the added salts that we get fed in all of our preserved foods are not good for you. But when you have a fermented product, the sodium's good for you. It's like kombucha. Right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, taste it. Come on. Let's do this live. We're going to start doing food reviews. Maybe then we can get sponsors that way.
I just realized that there's a bishop waiting for me to let him into a studio. Hold on.
You should not make bishops wait.
Oh, man. He's an Episcopal bishop, so he's cool. It's so pickly.
Did you expect less?
6 servings per container.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
Shot. It's a shot.
Do you know what that means? 6 servings per container? It means if you drank this entire thing, you'd have 120% of your daily sodium.
Yeah. If you drank the entire thing, but if you have 6% of that, you only have 20% of your. If you have 6 servings, you only get 20% of your sodium intake for the day. Right? Hi, Jess. We just got a best reaction ever. So all right, now we need a review here. So it was a little surprising, a little shocking for those that are not watching. He's now gargling to rinse it out. All right, so be honest. Yay.
It was pickles. It was just pickle juice. I mean, it's not false advertising.
For me, let's recognize here for just a quick moment the product marketing here. Somebody's using the pickle juice that they make from making pickles, and now they're selling that. That's fucking brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not selling the pickles. Like, this is the juice.
Oh, it's
This
wonderful.
is so much cheaper to produce.
I really want to share my screen right now because I'm going to share my screen right now. Nobody else is going to see this. I'm so sorry to this person. But there is just a bishop patiently waiting backstage to be let into a show.
Good.
So I gotta go.
Patient. All right, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm just going to send you a link because we're talking about merch. I would like to create some stuff with you. We're going to put up some merch. So we're going to take some feedback from our people. But this is a link that Ben's going to put in the comment section of our post today. It is called Squad Locker. It is a link to a company that produces merch products with logos on it. If you're looking for some Thrive merch and some Thrive gear, I have a whole setup of store merch, shirts and t-shirts and socks and shoes, not shoes, but fitness gear, stuff that has the Thrive logo on it. If you want to sport it, doesn't have my face on it. Sorry, not yet, at least. I'm going to put somebody in charge of that. The gear is set up on there. So if you have any questions about that, you can always shoot questions to me, comments on the sections included in the post for the podcast. But this is definitely an easy option for merch for the Thrive company. Support and remind yourself, because for me, frankly, I don't wear stuff to advertise stuff for people. I'm certainly not going to wear a logo because I'm going to advertise it for somebody. I wear stuff because it speaks to me. So if what we teach here, if what we talk about, if what you've learned, if what you know from Thrive speaks to you, get some merch because it's going to remind you of that. It'd be tough to put on a t-shirt that's got the Thrive logo on it and be really lazy without thinking about me in your head telling you to get up.
All right, I'm buying a hat.
I have a hat. I'll show you my hat. I really like my hat, actually.
All right.
They're comfy. We'll wear them next week together.
Very nice.
Folks, we love you. Thank you for being a part of our show and for listening. Whether you're live or you're listening recorded, we appreciate you. I appreciate you. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do what I love to do and get to help people change their lives. Remember, you can do that too. You can change your life with one step. All you need to do is one thing. Put your shoes on today. Have a great day, folks. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of the podcast. You have a great and healthy day. We'll see you soon.
For more information, tips, and workouts of the day, check out thrivetrainingteam.com.